Yes, it is, Jason, and that has nothing to do with the Michigan State Spartans, as is usually the case on a Saturday afternoon at the Breslin Center. Today, it was all about the Cedarville Trojans. They came into the Class D title game undefeated, but that by no means made them the favorite because their opponent is the defending Class D state champion, the same team that knocked Cedarville out of the state semifinals on this floor 1 year ago. That loss to the defenders was by 32, and once again the tri-unity size advantage was apparent from the opening tip. But in the first quarter, it's Cedarville looking good. Jason Duncan cans the three, part of an 8-0 solo run that has Cedarville up by 1. Other end of the floor, Dan Postle throws it down for the defenders. Still a 1-point Trojan lead, and that's when C.J. Pacan steps into the game. He was red hot. Cedarville a 3-point lead after 1. But the Trojans and Pacan just getting started. The sophomore comes off the bench. You could not stop him in the first half. 4 3-pointers, and the Trojans are starting to run away with this thing. The lead continuing to increase. That's when Jordan Sweeney cans a 3, and the Trojans are up 16 on the defending state champs. To the third quarter we go. How about a little more Pacan? Ejects and connects for 3. Cedarville up 11. A Lansing grad, Mark Keeler, can't believe what's happening to the defenders. But here they come in the fourth. Dan Postle, another dunk, and we are down to a 2-point game. The Trojans, they were out-rebounded by 18, but that might be the biggest board of the game. Jordan Duncan turns a 3-point lead into 6 with 1:18 seconds left. But the defenders keep fighting. The big guy can shoot as well. He had 32, and it's a 1-point game, so it comes down to free throws with 5 seconds left. Jason Duncan makes the first, misses the second. Tri-unity down by 2, has a chance, but there is Duncan with the steal. He's fouled with just 0.2 seconds on the clock. You know what that means. It's a state championship win for the Cedarville Trojans. They avenge a 32-point loss to the defenders last year and are the kings of Class D.
And these guys had a dream since they were that high to win a state championship, and they fulfilled it, and it just proves that dreams come true.
It's amazing. I've dreamed about this my entire life, and to actually do it, it's crazy. I was a little nervous, like sitting on the bench watching the other players play, but once I get up and down the floor a little bit, I'm not as nervous as I was.
And I told them, before we took the floor to play fearless, and they did that. They just let her fly, and that's the way you got to play.
And let it fly they did. The Trojans set a Class D title game record with 11 3-point shots. C.J. Pacan had 27 points, 6 for 11 from downtown. He's only a sophomore. He'll be back next year. Jason Duncan had 14 points. Jordan Duncan, 9 assists. They'll both be back next year. The Cedarville team could very well be back here next year, but right now they can be very happy about the fact that they are the first Class D UP champion since 1984, and they're the first Northern Michigan state champion since McBain won the title in Class C in 2002. That wraps up our coverage from the Breslin Center. Lauren Canaster for 7-4 Sports live in East Lansing. Jason, you think the feeling has finally sunk in for Dave Duncan and the boys?